Live. There
It
we
is.
go. It's live now. How's it going today, guys? Welcome to tonight's BioDevils podcast. We have a few guests today, and also a potentially a new regular. But that said, why don't we all introduce ourselves? So let's have Levy introduce himself first.
Hi, I'm Levy. No one knows who I am until now.
All right.
What a creepy intro.
All right then. How about you, Lester? You wanna?
Hi, my name is Lester, and nobody knows who I am either.
Fuck you!
Yeah. Okay, that's how
Quit
we're gonna.
stealing my shit!
Okay. So, James, if you want to go next.
Hi, my name is James.
Oh.
And everybody knows who I am.
Why is everyone doing this? Alrighty then.
You all know me.
Brandon, if you want to break the streak here and actually introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm depressed.
God damn it!
Shove the ego stick over.
While these clowns are joking around here, I'm BioDevil Dom. You can call me Dom, and
Nobody
I am
knows
the...
him.
No one knows
Well,
me.
That is true. Nobody actually does know me. But yeah, so I'm the host of this podcast, and we have a number of things to talk about tonight. So I'm actually going to let Brandon start off with this one because this was actually recent. So this is kind of like in the middle of it. So it's regarding Doom.
Mhm.
But yeah, so why don't we?
Sorry,
get
kids are loud, so if you're screaming, yeah, can't control that. My god. But anyway, this is about Doom and its cancerous fanbase. I was strolling through the comment section of the latest trailer, which looks really good, by the way. You guys should check it out if you haven't.
Yeah,
And I
agree.
swear,
Really good.
it's a toss-up between the Doom 1 and 2 fanboys or the Doom 3 fanboys fighting, but it's like in the same thing. It's ridiculous, though. People seem not to accept the fact that it's more modernized and staying true to the original formula. Well, not 100% true, but the point is that it's like Doom 1 and 2, but modernized.
Yeah, it's a hybrid. It seems like what they did was they took the best parts of Doom 1 and 2 and the best parts of Doom 3 and pretty much put it in a blender and made it better, you know?
hmm Yeah, it may look more, I guess you could say, cinematic due to all those kills you can see. Like, you can melee kill people, stomp on them and whatnot, but, you don't have to do that. Just blast their heads off.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that is true. But yeah,
But what you
then,
guys... Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, and then not to mention the fact that like it's supposed to be a new game. I can understand some concerns, like maybe it's not up to the standard that like fans are expecting. I can understand those kinds of complaints. However, if it's just an argument between which is better, then I think that's just kind of subjective and redundant.
It's like the argument between Resident Evil fans and the whole classic versus new, or the old camera system versus the new camera system. Like, same thing,
Yeah,
but in a whole
I mean,
more cancerous way.
yeah, and I don't mean to turn that in. Like, I think we can have a definite discussion on that some other time, maybe with Ren. But like that's a whole another topic at that point. But it all leads to either it being really subjective, or in some cases it might just seem like either nostalgia, or maybe they do want something that is different from what you're seeing every day, and that's something that's more common. But yeah, that's a whole other discussion in on itself at that point.
Hmm.
Does anybody else have any opinions?
What you guys' thoughts on this? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fan base or Doom?
I'm just reading through the comments, and yeah, they're cancer.
Faster.
Where do you guys find this? As it's not first on the document.
No, hey,
No, that was kind of like a last minute thing. I didn't put this on the document.
Yeah, like I looked at the comments, and people were like, "Thanks, Bethesda, you killed Doom." Blah 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 blah. It's like,
Game's not even up yet. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like from what I've seen with the campaign trailer, it looks pretty good.
Yep.
Yep.
I actually bought the collector's edition from that too. Pre-ordered it on Amazon.
Nice.
GG.
Yeah. Bethesda ruined everything. Bethesda is known for making buggy games. They did not ruin anything. So if you don't like, just rent the game. That's all I gotta tell them. If they don't like it, then just rent it. Then you can tell us your complaints.
Nope.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
have
you
to
see
agree on
people on
that. Oh, go ahead, Brandon. I didn't mean to interrupt.
yeah, you see people on the Steam page saying this game is gonna suck, it's gonna fail, it's this and that and that. I'm like, shut up. I'm tired of
Yeah,
all this nonsense.
and I don't mean to like backtrack on this, but like it kind of goes in line with what both you and Levy were saying. Like, like to go off of what Levy was saying, like, yeah, Bethesda games do tend to be buggy. Like, The Evil Within on PC was very poorly optimized at launch, and of course it ended up getting patched and fixed and whatnot. But it wasn't a bad game. I mean, sure, there's some flaws with that particular game, but it wasn't a bad game by any means. Same thing with like games like Fallout and I know people like Skyrim that those aren't necessarily bad games. They're just poorly optimized at launch at least.
I would say
Um,
Skyrim sucks. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm more
and
of a
then,
fan of Fallout.
yeah,
Oblivion.
and then with what like Brandon was saying, like the game. To be fair, like the game hasn't come out yet, so we don't even know. But at the same time, I kind of feel like well, for longtime fans, maybe they feel as though it's not going to be the game that they want. But only time will tell.
You know what this
Mhm.
reminds me of?
Also,
I'm just saying this
what?
whole debacle about Doom fans complaining about Bethesda. You know what this reminds me of? The release of DMC Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except the
Yes,
complaints
yes.
turned out to be
No. Let me explain this part. People did not buy the game. They went on Metacritic and stormed it in the user section, saying that this game sucked, even though they'd never played it.
Well, here's the thing though. There are some legitimate reviews on there. Like,
Yeah, there are some, but the rest
I
of them.
read a few of them. No, not majority of them are legit reviews. Some of them are not. Now, same thing for the fanboys. There are some good reviews saying why they like it, but other ones purposely give it tens and nines, even though it doesn't deserve those high scores, and
No,
vice versa.
It deserved like a
Deserve really
7
low
or
scores.
6. It deserved like a 7 or a 6 at most.
I give it a 4.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would
well,
give
James.
it a 1 because not because of my bias, but because that game just does not function properly. If I can play a game that maybe has a few bugs but functions for the most part, that's fine. But when you look at DMC, and I know this is not a DMC discussion, but we got to bring in Devil May Cry here and there somewhere. When a game is completely buggy to the point where like your enemies are standing still, not actually attacking you, there's game-breaking glitches. That's the point where I have to give the game a 1 or a 2 because it's like your game is not functioning properly. So even if I did enjoy it for what it was, it's not functioning properly.
Wait,
So why should I give it anything higher than that?
were you
at
playing
that
the
point?
PC version?
Well, now
No,
Well,
it's
I
just
I
actually
played
had the
both
PC
vanilla
version.
and I played vanilla on PS3 and I played Definitive Edition on PS4.
Now, real quick though, I actually had the PC version. I beat it. I
Sorry,
echo.
Skype.
As I was saying, yeah, I played the PC version and I barely run into any problems outside of poor optimization from a low PC. Like the animations would be choppy as fuck. And the whole city thing, you know how the animations are with the city and just keep moving?
Mhm.
That actually can crash a low-tier computer though, but that's just my little problems. But aside from that, the game was surprisingly solid on PC.
Yeah,
Not as well as Democrat 4, but it was fine.
I played the 360 version and I never had any problems with it.
And you
Yeah,
know
lucky
what?
though.
And like, you know, that's fine. That can happen. Where like some people might not ever run into issues. Like I remember seeing issues with the Evil Within. I never had like a lot of the issues that people were having, where it was like really bad frame rate skips and anything like that on my first
Oh,
two playthroughs.
I remember seeing those, but it wasn't for
Yeah,
me. It was someone else's stream.
yeah, and I mean like, and I get that those are legitimate complaints. I would never knock anybody for having, you know, issues with a game, because just because it never happened to me doesn't mean it can't happen to anybody else. Um, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you gotta just look at a game and how it functions all over, and like if your experience was poor with it, then you know you gotta make a review that reflects that experience. But and that would apply with Doom as well. Like if the game was poor, or you know if it didn't function properly to the point where you can't even complete it because of game breaking glitches, then you know then that would, you know, be okay to give it a poor review. But at that point, you know, I would say only time would tell with how that game is going to function.
And all I can say is I'm so glad I'm more of a fan of indie games than AAA titles.
Yep. But anyways,
Games.
And retro ones.
did anybody else have any opinions before we move on to the next topic? Because we do have a lot to talk about.
Well, no. We all came to the conclusion that the Doom fan base is cancer. At least the majority of it. There are some Doom fans that actually are willing to give it a shot. Yeah, exactly. I'm friends with someone that actually posted a lot of Doom stuff, and he said he was excited for the new Doom game. So, yeah. That's why I said
Aside from the Doom game, and I love Doom 1 and 2. 3 is hit or miss for me.
yeah, people didn't seem to like Doom 3 all that much, but I kind of liked it.
Anyways,
Well, my main problem with Doom 3 is very slow, but let's move on.
yeah, let's move on to the actual first topic of the document. Metabot's girls mission has destructible clothing.
Yes.
Yay.
This is actually the second game that I know of that has destructible clothing. Hello, Senran Kagura.
Oculus Strip has it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oculus Strip also has that too.
Even
I
Strip
forgot
has
about
it,
that game.
Senator Cogger had it, and I think... Soul Calibur had it, too.
Yeah, Soul
Yeah,
Calibur.
Soul Calibur did, but it was more of armor than unless it was the girls.
Yeah, it was for everybody, actually.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying for the girls it was more skimpy-ish, and then
Their
the guys
clothing.
it was just their armor fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the guy as well. You see some of their abs or bare legs, depending what they wear.
Yeah, depending,
Right.
depending on
Basically,
what
it's
you
for
customize their
females.
costume as, or what they were wearing as their defaults. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
well, yeah, I hope that it stays in. I don't know if this game is getting localized or not. I think this is at the moment it's being released in Japan, but for anybody that is looking forward to that game, you now have some very sexual content.
If you guys can understand Japanese and actually want this game, go buy a Japanese 3DS and buy this game.
Yeah, and also Sega, you should probably make your next handheld and console region free. But does anybody else have any opinions on this?
Hey, you said
before we move on? Did I say Sega? I meant to say Nintendo.
We need
Nintendo.
more
Make your next console region free. So.
Well,
Yes.
Sega is on here, though.
Yeah, we do have a few Sega topics today, so. But does anybody else have anything to add to this before we move on to the next topic?
I don't.
Nope.
That is all.
Did Lester go? I wasn't sure if he had anything to say.
Don't wake
I
up.
cares.
Hmm.
Case Al.
Alrighty.
No.
What was that, Lester? I didn't want to interrupt.
Nothing.
Said you're filthy
Um,
casual.
Alrighty. So, for those of us that actually played the Division beta, apparently on the PC version it's easily hackable.
Yep, there's
What
video
else
of
is
it.
there?
Yeah. So that is some news, and then in more Division news, there's going to be an open beta, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'm not, but a lot of people are telling me to go get it.
It is really good.
really fun. Yeah,
You see what I mean? I told them I'm not interested, and they hound me.
but
Well, I was saying, we tell him down to play fighting games, but he says, I'm not interested.
okay, well, fighting games is a completely different story, but
No,
you can
so
the
saying,
Division is really easy to get into. It's not like a fighting game.
Not every fighting game is a challenge to get into.
Persona,
I've been
DOA.
Yeah, DOA is just easy to get into.
But yeah. Anyways, on to the next topic. Unless if anybody else has anything to say. Some of these we're going to be rushing through because we do have some bigger topics to actually, sit down and focus on.
Alright.
But does anybody else have anything to say before we move on?
I don't have anything.
No.
No.
All right. Final Fantasy 15 is apparently getting a PC version, or it's rumored to have
Good.
a PC
60
version.
frames.
So
I personally, truth be told, this is one of the games I don't want to have the PC port to.
Why?
Because I know for a fact that it's going to have a lot of problems, and people that buy it for the PC are going to complain about it.
Oh, right, I forgot. Square Enix history with Final Fantasy games on PC. It's quite garbage.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Type 0, for example, games.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
If they, I would say if they got it finally fixed their shit with the PC, with their PC stuff, then yeah. I would say go for it. But I don't. I say no. Just keep it to PlayStation 4,
Yeah.
where it belongs.
Xbox One good in it?
Where? Oh.
yeah, it's Xbox One, PS4 at the moment.
Xbox
for
One.
15.
Stop putting Final Fantasy games on Microsoft. It doesn't belong there.
Box One.
Hey, the Xbox players need something to play. Come on now.
Really?
They do. They have
tell
their-
that. Hey, no, tell that to Japan. Oh wait.
Yeah, tell that to Japan.
I was gonna say they have their Call of Duty. What else do they need?
Hey, Call of Duty. Remember Call of Duty went over to Sony? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are
Oh,
liking it on PlayStation 4 now because that's where you have to go for multiplayer if you buy PlayStation 4. Anyways, yeah, I just don't see anything good with the PC version of it.
That's what I have to see.
Anyways, before anybody else have anything to say about this before we move on?
No, move on.
Hey, I don't want to I want to give everybody a fair shot at being able to speak. I don't want to take up their, not give them the chance to speak. So that's why I ask. In some smaller news, Seventh Dragon 3 is coming this summer. Finally, Sega is not doing something that's Sonic related.
You know what? No. This has something to do with this, and it's actually a good thing. Most people don't even know what Seventh Dragon is, but I do because one of my friends I used to hang out with
I don't.
actually. No, it's kind of like. Let me find if I can find a screenshot of ones for the PSP, and I'll show you what I mean. Because they had one for the PSP called Seventh Dragon 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the combat was mostly chibi characters.
Really, no.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it's a really fun RPG, and I'm glad that this game's actually coming out for the 3DS here. Although the one disappointing thing is why couldn't they do it to the other games?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Sega.
Reasons.
Well, then
That's
again,
why.
actually, Sega's not the only one. Atlas did it to Conception. Conception 2 came out, but not the first one.
Yeah, I don't
well-
understand why some Japanese companies do that. We have, what was it? We have the very first Oni-Chanbara, which came out on 360. The sequel, the first part to the sequel, only came out in Japan on PS3 and PS4. But the second part you can only get localized here on PS4. You can't get the first part in English for some reason.
Yeah, it just makes no sense.
Because of reasons.
Yeah, it's like, okay, come on, guys. If you, at least if you're not going to give us a physical disc for the first parts or whatever, or the earlier parts, at least give us the digital option at that point.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like, at that point, yeah, sure, I wouldn't be complaining as much because we at least got the game. Like, come on now. Anyways, on to the next topic. Nintendo to provide more info on the Nintendo NX. So for anybody looking forward to the NX, keep an eye out on that. This one I kind of want to focus on a little bit more. Homefront: The Revolution is getting microtransactions.
I don't
Yeah.
feel very surprised by that statement.
You know what? I'm not surprised that some games are getting microtransactions because that's becoming the new norm. Besides QuickTime events.
People let it become.
Thanks to freaking mobile games.
No,
and
it's because of
gamers.
people buying them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
mobile. Yeah, it came from the mobile game division. That's why.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's the only reason why microtransactions exist because of the freaking mobile games.
Like for free-to-play games, and I think anybody can agree with this. Like for
Games
free-to-play
like
games, it
Warframe.
makes sense. But for a game that you're paying $60 plus for, it's not. Why are you putting microtransactions into it? I remember, and yeah, I might sound old for saying it, but like I remember when we had games where we just, you play, just play and unlock everything, get good. You didn't have to pay to unlock things.
Dang Christ. Remember those days? Yeah, PS2 days, baby. Yeah, early PS3 days. Those were the days right there.
Just any classic game, any retro game, you want to find something.
Anything past
good.
the 360 era.
Get good. Look up a guy. You can't pay for it though.
That too.
And like on top of that, we had like games where like especially like back in the PS2 era, where if you have save data of like the previous game, if it was like an expansion, you can like unlock extra stuff or like get new weapons and things of that nature for the characters or exceed their level cap and things of that nature. So things like that. Like why can't it be like that? I don't understand.
Because business is bullshit.
Exactly. It's
bullshit.
I guarantee you it's gonna, when it gets to the point where everyone's starting to get sick of, like, we're already seeing people are starting to get sick of season passes, but when people start getting sick of like DLC microtransactions and season passes on as a whole, I think that's when we'll start seeing a decline on them or some major change with how that's done.
Give it time. It will die out soon, just like how online passes died out.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Online passes dying out. Yeah, those died off, but guess what took its place? Season passes.
And those will die out.
How about I just buy the fucking game and that's it?
Yeah, how about give me the game, give me everything in it, and if you want to do more expansions, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
that's so hard to do.
That's why, like, I like that's why I like game like Bloodborne, for example, because like Bloodborne, even without the expansion for that game, the game feels very complete even without it. And the expansion for that game, while small, it does feel like it's its own game to an extent.
Yeah. It's
one of those... FromSoft heavily enforce you to do shit on your own, or they don't give you any special help.
Like the only time they'll ever
say...
This
also applies to Rockstar Games with their Grand Theft Auto games. They have expansions for those games. That,
but they have microtransactions.
Well, then again, they do a lot of updates, but they give it to you for free though.
Is that right?
They do updates.
Wait,
you can also pay for microtransactions.
Yeah, but I will agree. The only
online though.
Yeah, the online shit.
Yeah, screw the online crap. I'm talking about the single player.
I think the online's better than single player. That's just me.
Oh yeah.
More to do.
Exactly.
Lester, did you have anything to add to this?
They're a bunch of casuals.
Get out of here, Lester.
They are.
Hey, he's not wrong.
That's suck. It shouldn't be in the game.
Exactly. Anyways, in some smaller news, Idolmaster director leaves Bandai Namco.
I don't know who that is.
I
Just
forget his name is like Akio something, but yeah, he stepped out from Bandai Namco, so there's going to be somebody else taking his place. New Uppers gameplay is being shown up. There's another Uppers gameplay that just got released today, but this is the previous one. For those of you that don't know what Uppers is, it's basically if JoJo met Yakuza and they like had a baby and made a new game.
For the Vita.
Yeah, for the Vita.
When is this coming out for us?
What happened?
When is this coming out for us? I have to look this up.
I think it's coming out in May. And the only reason why I know about this game is because Hyperbit Hero tweeted about it one time, and yeah. Anyways, in more smaller news, Black Rose Valkyrie has been announced.
what game is that?
Only for spring. Okay.
Yeah, only for spring.
Only for Japan.
Wait. Oh, can you care to elaborate what game is that? Because nobody heard that game before, I bet you.
I've never heard of it either, and I just had the news for it.
What game was it?
Black Rose Valkyrie.
Black Rose Valkyrie.
Well, it's Compile Heart,
Sounds
the same.
interesting.
It's Compile Heart, the same, and Idea Factory, the same people behind Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh shit! Don't tell funny.
Oh god, why?
Don't tell funny.
Don't let him cream himself.
Let me see this game for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, hey James, they have a new Miku trailer. In case you want to watch that.
Shout out.
No.
When is it coming? I just need to look up more info about the Black Rose Valkyrie because it looks interesting.
Alrighty. Any Spyro fans in here?
Yes.
Yes.
Fans are actually recreating Spyro in Unreal 4.
Oh shit! I haven't
Oh
seen
yes. Yeah, where is it? Oh,
They're doing
that's
it to a
number
lot of
11
games
on the
now.
document.
yes.
You know, it's amazing what one person with some effort can do versus a whole company is too lazy to fucking do anything.
I know they have a lot of people, but yet they do jack squat.
Yeah, this isn't the only classic game we've seen getting redone in Unreal 4. I know, like, Mario 64 got redone.
Zelda had it.
Yeah, like, a lot of, like, classic PS1 and N64 games are, seeing that, fan remakes done in Unreal 4. And as far as remakes go, like, when it comes to companies, I really hate it when they use Unreal 4, but I'm a little bit more open to it when it's a fan remake because obviously fans aren't going to have the amount of funds
so
to
good too.
get games made in other engines. But yeah, it does look really nice, and I'm not really into Spyro as much as I am into Crash, but I do like how that fan remake does look. It looks really nice.
Yeah, real quick, before we move on, can I share one quick news?
Yeah, if it's a quick update or whatever.
Yeah. How many of you guys like Binding of Isaac?
I do.
Pretty
Why?
sure not everybody. Well, it's been blocked from iTunes because of violence towards or abuse of children.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Can you care to elaborate, Levy, on why that could be the case?
Oh, what?
Binding
of Isaac
is
A
blocked
Binding
from
of
iTunes.
Isaac.
The child abuse?
Yeah, for violence towards or child abuse of children.
Oh,
Yeah.
because in the beginning they tell the story about a boy and his mother. They like raised together, and apparently the mother hears a voice from the Lord saying, you should keep Isaac away from sin." So she ends up taking away all of his stuff, his clothing, and locks him away in his room.
From the Lord.
So that could probably be explaining why it could condone child abuse, because this mother is like being ungodly mean to the child, even though, oh, God told me to do it.
Hey, religion though.
Yeah, and then also,
religion.
and it goes even worse because God tells Isaac, not to Isaac, but tells fucking
Isaac's mom.
No, tells Isaac's mother to kill Isaac.
Right.
Do it now.
Sanctus, get out.
Also, James, I like that tweet that you just made.
I actually gonna read. I forgot to put the Capcom logo on it. That looks hype though. That looks fucking great. I'll show that off at some point.
Yep. Actually, do you mind if I screen share it right now?
Hang on. Can I give you the version with the Capcom logo on it? I'm almost done putting it on there. You guys keep going in the meantime, though.
Yeah,
I'll let you know
we'll show it
when I'm
off in a bit. Tokaiden 2 just got some screenshots and new details, so anybody
Looks
who's
hype.
into
Tokaiden?
Tokaiden.
Wasn't that game for the PSP? Or PSP, PS Vita?
Yeah, it was for PS Vita. The first one got a remaster for PlayStation 4 and I want to say PlayStation 3 and PC maybe.
Let me see.
And this is the sequel.
The PC version bombed.
Oh,
There's
you're
a
talking
reason why
about,
Steam's not coming.
what is it called? Kiwami.
Yeah, Tokaiden
Yeah,
Kiwami.
come on, man.
Yeah,
Which
Tokaiden
isn't a
and
bad
Demons.
game. I actually really like the demo for Kiwami.
Yeah, it was. It was for Vita, PlayStation 4, PC, and Vita again. The game was
but-
okay.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I enjoyed the demo. And Tokaiden 2, you know, I've seen some of the screenshots. It looks really nice. So some of it actually really reminded me of Neo, which is funny because the same publishing company is making Neo. So, which would be ironic if they had some of the enemies from that game kind of show up. But anyways, onto some of this bigger news. The fan remake of MGS is being worked on, and there's supposed to be some big news to be announced. Konami has not, greenlit this fan remake, and they have not shut it down as of yet. I don't okay. I want to be fair to it because if it's the fans that are remaking it, they might stay true to the original. And at the same time, looking back at the Metal Gear 1 remake, Konami did greenlight that for a few months, and then they shut it down immediately because reasons. And they actually those fans actually brought in David Hayter. They I think they even had the Kojima Productions LA team helping them out with that too at one point. So I would like to see this get made. But at the same time, I am kind of, not going to be surprised if it does get shut down by Konami.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on this, guys?
How Metal Gear Solid, how this remake is actually getting some people that actually worked on it and have David Hayter?
No, this is a Metal Gear Solid fan remake. It's not the Metal Gear remake.
Oh, it's a fan remake. Just as long as they stay true to the original source.
Yeah, and that's
whatever,
why I
as long
was
as it's
saying,
good.
yeah, and that's why I was saying because this is a fan remake, it's probably going to stay true to the original. But the thing is that looking back at the other Metal Gear fan remake, the one that was based on Metal Gear 1, those fans got it. They actually got in David Hayter to do the voices of Big Boss and Solid Snake, and Konami did greenlight that at one point before canceling it. So I would not be surprised if this fan remake got canceled. But
Yeah.
does anybody else have any thoughts and opinions on this?
No,
Good luck.
I don't.
Nope.
I don't either, just as long as they stay true to the original source.
Alrighty. On to some more news. Bethesda has announced the dates for their Bethesda E3 event. So anybody looking forward to Bethesda's E3 event?
Last year's was awesome though. I like theirs.
Mm-hmm. Some people were telling me at least that they think that The Evil Within 2 is going to be shown off there. I highly doubt that The Evil Within 2 would be shown off this year. Although, would it be nice to see? Most definitely. I would be really happy to see it, but I just doubt it. I think it's just going to be games that they already have announced and are coming out later this year or next year. But
Real quick though about EA's E3. They will not be having they will not be having panels there this year. Which is strange because they have the biggest panel there and they get a lot of attention. So interesting. But they will have
so
in
they're
their
just
E3 conference.
so are they just kind of going along with Sony and Microsoft in this year?
Wait, what? Yeah, they're having a conference, but no panels at the floor.
That's weird.
That is weird, even for EA.
Yeah. Anyway, Nintendo outlines their point-based system. Sorry, that's supposed to replace their other system that they had with the Nintendo coins or whatever they're called.
Nintendo Club.
Nintendo.
I'm sorry.
Nintendo.
In other smaller news, Participant 7 is revealed for Zero Time Dilemma. So we talked about Participant 6 in the last podcast. So if you were looking forward to that game, Participant 7 is now revealed. This next game, I actually remember this back when I was like a junior in high school. Dust 514. It's actually getting shut down.
That's I actually play the game quite frequently, so it's kind of disheartening. At the same time, I am not surprised because the way the game is set up is quite stupid. It's too literally a pay-to-win type game.
From what I heard, it's like if you're a newcomer and you're going up against somebody who paid to win, it's not a fun experience. From what I've been told,
I can take firsthand. I'm a free player because I don't want to waste money on something I don't play every day.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that it's really ridiculous how you have let's say you have a good gun, right? Try to kill somebody, you can easily get one shot at.
Yeah. All right. And more news. The Hitman beta is coming out on February 12th. I know, Brandon, you're a big Hitman fan, but won't be able to play it. Right?
Is it open or closed?
I think it's open.
I have no means to, but I will be getting the game once I get a PS4.
I kind of want to try it out to see how good it is.
Question is though, what's the beta for? Single player, multiplayer, what?
I'm not sure. I don't think they specified in the article. I just know that there is a beta coming.
All right. Okay.
Anyways, I think this is going to be a little bit more fun. The roasting of a certain scumbag.
Yay, hold up. Get my popcorn.
I want the salt from Scumafune to make its way over to Brandon's popcorn.
I'll go get the shaker.
Alright. Inafune is in just utter denial about Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. It's utter failure.
Inafune, shut up.
You know what he says? You want to know what he says? He says it's due to the console transition.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Inafune. It was totally not because of the fact that you just made a game that was literally the DMC of the Ninja Gaiden franchise. I even had somebody try to defend that shit the other day. Like, they tried to tell me that DMC was good and Yaiba was bad. No, they're literally the same fucking game.
Yeah, I think I saw that in the comments. I saw that.
You don't even play as Ryu Hayabusa, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think he said. Oh, he says DMC was great. Yaiba was trash. End of story.
No, they're both trash.
Yeah, that's why That's why Capcom will never do this again because it put them in such a bad place.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly. Same thing with
that game caused them so much shit. There's no way they'll do it again.
Same thing with Ninja Gaiden Yaiba. Fucking Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja probably will never do anything like that again because of how bad it was and how poorly received it was.
Hey, continue on what he says though. Something about the gameplay saying is pretty good. Continue on that part.
Oh, that portion of the.
Yes, read that out loud so the fans can hear it.
Oh. Hold up, let me pull it. Is that Where was that ad?
It's right under the picture.
That's the first quote, right?
He says,
Uh,
as a gameplay wise, I think it's pretty damn good. No, because that's the main point of
No.
Ninja Gaiden. Therefore, no, it wasn't good if people didn't like that.
Yeah,
No, man, it's
I
more like a
agree.
arena beat 'em up than anything.
That's stupid. It's supposed to be a hack and slash.
Yeah, it's hack and slash with a chain arm swinging around. Well, while also having a sword that I'm pretty sure sucks.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's retarded.
Okay, I will be fair. The chain arm thing, like when I was watching the previews for the game before that game came out, I will be fair. I thought the chain arm thing kind of looked cool. I mean, it reminded me of like Nero and his gameplay style. But then as those previews were coming along and as that game was coming out, I just thought to myself, man, this really looks like DMC, especially with that chain arm.
That and the protest that Yaiba's a giant asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's edgy too, and for some reason, zombies are involved. Why?
Because
Yeah, that
zombies
was the weirdest thing too. Like I was just like, okay, so where are the fiends?
The Ninja Gaiden with zombies. I'm like, wait, I'm so confused. What's going on here?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I literally
very
stopped social
weird.
media myself with that game. I completely forgot it was even out at one point.
Mm-hmm. And you know what makes it worse is that I don't know what it is, but like anything that Inafune touches now, it seems like he makes the worst game he's ever been involved with, or the worst game in a particular franchise look good.
It's the only
Like
thing he can make is Mega Man.
in DMC's case, he made Devil May Cry 2 look good. In Ninja
Well,
Gaiden
it is
Yaiba's
good.
case, he made Ninja Gaiden 3 look good. You know,
Well, the original Razor's Edge is playable.
They both
Yeah.
suck though.
but the
I
point
won't
still
go in full
stands.
detail by that, but the point is that Ninja Gaiden 3 looks good compared to Yaiba.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean
yeah,
the
well,
point still
obviously.
stands. Anything that Concept has worked on so far, or Keiji Inafune has worked on, whether it be DMC or Ninja Gaiden Yaiba, and probably Mighty Number 9 whenever the hell that game comes out, if it ever comes out, it will make whatever worst possible game from whatever franchise it's involved in look good.
More like crap stuff.
Did we talk about Mighty Number Delay last week?
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
talk
we did.
about Mighty Number of Delays. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a running joke at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
A mighty number of delays, man. At this point, I think Inafune should just retire and just call it quits.
He's a businessman, though. They would never retire. Gotta feed the stocks, man.
Oh man, Inafune is just gonna. I can't wait to laugh at Inafune when he runs out of money.
Well, that when Mighty Number 9 bombs like it's going to.
Oh, you remember Red Ash? Yeah. Yeah, remember that game?
Oh, red ass.
Yeah, Red Ash. Yeah. That.
Your ass will be red from playing it.
What are you trying to imply? The game's going to butt rape you?
Yes,
Yeah.
because of how shit it will be.
Look,
Anyway, in some good news, actually, Kojima and Del Toro are going to be at an exclusive panel over at the DICE Hall of Fame Awards.
Silent Hill is confirmed.
No, they
Quiet Mountain.
as far as I'm aware, they're not working on a survival horror game together, but they still want to work with each other. So, for all we know, they could actually be working on Kojima's new game, and it might not be a survival horror game. It might just be something that has, aliens or monsters in it, and Del Toro's working on, enemy design, perhaps. But what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, at least I'm
Awesome.
glad that they're coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the duo is back. Now can we get Norman Reedus in? And then the trio will be together?
Yep, he still wants in. They all want in. Like, I swear, like after I think that maybe I'll be fair. I keep saying that they're not working on a survival horror game, and they've said that, but for all we know, that could just be PR talk.
Yeah.
Jay,
Yeah.
James, did you have anything to say about this?
Not really on this one.
Alrighty. And I think we're good to move on to the next few news topics. Capcom announces a Mario Party arcade cabinet. Of course, that's probably going to be Japan exclusive, but and Capcom does a lot of like arcade cabinets, as far as I'm aware, in Japan. So this shouldn't be surprising to anyone who's in Japan.
Oh, so it's DDR Mario Edition?
Well, I think Capcom also did a Attack on Titan arcade machine last year, so not surprising if you're aware of what Capcom does with arcade machines.
It's like you see Konami. Look what Capcom's doing. They're making arcade machines, not pachinko machines.
Yeah, that would make a little bit more sense. I'd be a little bit more understanding if you made a like Silent Hill arcade machine or a Metal Gear Solid arcade machine. Yeah, it'd be weird as fuck, but at least it's a game.
Nah, pachinko slot.
Yeah. And hell, those games could actually potentially be good, for all we know. But what do I know? This is a game I'm actually looking forward to. Mitsurugi Kamui Hikai is coming to PS4.
I actually wanted to pick that up. Oh, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I was going to say,
right.
I was meaning to pick up that game a while back on PC, but I never got a chance to because the sale ended. But yeah, it actually looks pretty fun, minus the whole, James complaining about the mashing.
What is it, Mitsurugi?
No, it's not that it's mashing. You just tap the button every half a second, and everything will die. That does not take effort.
Are you
unless they have fixed it.
Were you talking about that Mitsurugi game that you were talking about yesterday?
Yes.
It looks interesting, but I don't really know much about it. I kind of need to look into it more.
Other than having schoolgirls samurais, it looks really fun.
So it's basically like Onichinbara, only without the zombies.
Or bikinis.
That too.
And basically has turned it into my fetish into an actual game. But yeah, it's coming to PS4 for like $12, I think, on the 16th. I'm gonna have the open beta for Division is coming out on the 16th apparently. Project Cross Untold is coming out on the 16th. I'm supposed to be getting the Origins collection on my birthday, and this is coming out, and I'm just gonna have trouble like balancing all of these games that I have to be playing, around that time. Not to mention I'm still playing Yakuza 5, so yeah. Lots of games to go through.
Yeah, we all have lots of games to go through. I have like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I'm currently going through Mass Effect 3, which I need to finish that up. But the game is so long, so much to do. And I've also had to finish like Dishonor, Skyrim, and Fallout 4. Not 4, New Vegas.
New Vegas?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have a big backlog too, but mostly RPGs, unfortunately.
Yeah. Anyways, in some interesting news, Sony introduces a alternative payment method, and they're partnering up with some other organization. PaySafe. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with how that's gonna work. So yeah.
Well, all I heard was digital stuff, and I'm like, no. Physical, please.
The digital, I feel like that's kind of, not really necessary when there's a PayPal option already.
Yeah, PayPal existed long before that crap that they're coming up with, so it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was that, Lester?
I don't know what this PaySafe is.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, I've only heard about it recently, so I'm ignorant on it as well.
I guess it's like a pseudo PayPal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too much to say because I haven't even released it yet.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it other than, well, it kind of feels pointless when there's already a PayPal option.
Right.
Yeah, anyway. First 3 DLC packs have been revealed for Super Beat Sonic. I think I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, Super Beat Sonic.
Yeah, so anybody who's into that game, there's your DLC packs. You can look those up and judge for yourself if they're worth picking up. This I do want to talk about a little bit in
Someone's
more
gonna get
detail.
triggered by this statement.
About what?
You know.
Oh yeah, well I know, but you're on number 25, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Sega sales are, falling or on the decline as the game releases are drying up.
Well, this is
Hey,
new.
hey Sega, how about you kill Sonic already and start localizing?
Yeah, and start working on other games like fucking Valkyria Chronicles 3.
Hey Sega, I'm still waiting for my Yakuza and Shenmue HD collections. For Yakuza, all you have to do is translate it and localize it. I don't even give a fuck if it's digital only at this point. And for Shenmue, you already see the demand for a Shenmue HD collection with
People
the rise
are
of...
buying Dreamcasts.
Exactly! They're buying Dreamcasts and OG Xboxes just to play Shenmue 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate enough to, my brother found a copy of Shenmue 1 in pretty good condition, and I was fortunate enough to find Shenmue 2 for a very good deal for like $8, and I managed to play both games and enjoy them a lot, but it's gotten to the point where people are trying to buy up these games, these consoles, because Shenmue 3 is coming out, and they want to understand the story, and, now would be a great time if you want to see an increase in profits to release a HD collection because you still hold the rights to those games.
Yeah.
So, as far as that's concerned, localization and better not better advertising, but more money into advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they need to do better advertising too. Just
Well,
saying.
that too, yeah.
Well, I would give them credit this though. They are advertising Valkyria pretty well as far as the trailers go.
Yeah, I will be fair. Maybe just because this news is coming out now, maybe this is like something that is going to get turned around now that they have said that they want to try to listen to fans and bring out more things, and we're seeing the Valkyria Chronicles remaster coming out. We're seeing the Seventh Dragon game coming out for 3DS. So maybe in the future we'll start seeing the games that people actually want, like Phantasy Star Online 2.
What the hell?
But we can get the anime though. We can get the anime though.
Yeah, okay, now I'll give some credit though. At least you're getting Yakuza. At least you're getting Fantasy. Well, not Fantasy Star. What's the other game called? Valkyrie. At least you're getting something.
Yeah. To be fair,
something.
we are getting. We did get Yakuza 5, even though it's digital only, and we are getting Yakuza 0 physically. We are getting Yakuza 0 physically, so that made me really happy to hear. But, at least we're getting those games. So maybe they'll start, turning around in terms of their profits and financial issues as they.
Just waiting for my Fantasy Star though.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe as the year progresses, they'll start doing better and actually get an increase in sales and profit. But only time will tell with that one. But does anybody else have any opinions before we move on?
About what?
About Sega and their sales?
I'm just gonna say stop focusing on Sonic. Sonic is a dying mascot anyway.
Yeah.
Quit beating
What
a
are you
dead
talking
horse.
about? It's already dead.
Yeah, quit beating a dead horse.
Yes, exactly.
I'll be honest here though. Ever since Sonic Boom flopped, they actually have been stopped focusing on Sonic. You haven't heard like one Sonic news since Sonic Boom flopped.
Actually, no.
I think that's a sign.
Actually, no.
Besides the sequel.
They're
Besides the sequel.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, apparently they're also doing Sonic Adventures 3, and they also included Sonic in the.
I don't give a fuck.
Well,
they
if
also
do
included
Adventure 3,
Sonic
I will
game in
try it
the
out.
3DS game.
Well, that doesn't count. That's an old game.
But yeah.
You get a new mascot. That's a crazy idea.
Hey, bring back Sagetsu Sanshiro though.
Oh.
It did. It's called Project Cross Zone.
Yeah, they brought back Segeta Sanshiro. Sega Saturn Sanshiro. Bring him back.
Sonic Adventure 3. That's actually a rumor from what I can tell, but I
Tell
hope it
me,
happens.
yeah, but I mean, like, tell me I'm not the only one that thinks that's a better mascot for Sega.
Brandon, that game did happen. It's called Sonic 06.
No, it's not. Uh,
So it has the
never mind.
same format as an adventure game.
Yeah, but it's not Adventure 3. Doesn't matter what the same format it
Okay,
has.
they
It's
don't.
not
They
Adventure
don't need
3.
Adventure 3. They don't need
Adventure
it.
is not even that amazing anymore.
They don't
No,
need it
but at
anyway.
least they can actually make a better one.
They could. But it's Sega, they might flop
Oh,
it.
though.
Anyways, on to some more interesting news. Layers of Fear Dev is talking about PlayStation VR like potential, and apparently I didn't even know this, but apparently the PlayStation VR headset runs at 90 frames per second.
Wow.
Jesus.
So
Okay.
that's
I'm just kidding.
That's gonna be kind of disorienting, actually. I feel like it would be.
That's not going to be disorienting. That just
No.
sounds like they're overconfident about it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I have a
that's
bigger
as far as I'm.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know how the PlayStation 4 has 60? Well, top this, we have 90.
Well, no, the PlayStation VR headset apparently can run at 90 frames, but Layers of Fear, the game, according to the article, is running at 60.
But they want 90 for it. Jesus.
Well, no, that's the PlayStation
No,
VR.
that's it can run 90 frames. The
Yeah.
PSVR.
Yeah,
Like I said, that kind of sounds like they're overconfident about the VR.
Yeah, man, I have big dick syndrome right now.
Hey, I mean, if it can do it, that sounds pretty good. I mean, if you can make some pretty good, tech out of that, you could potentially have the best, VR headset on the market. Again, it all just comes down to pricing at that point.
Mm.
Yeah, hopefully.
It just depends.
$600.
I'm sorry, what was that, Lester?
I said hopefully it won't be like $600.
Oh yeah, hello Oculus Rift.
Oculus.
More like Oculus
Flop.
overpriced.
Oculus flop.
Anyway, Senran Kagura Estival Versus is, has got the DLC revealed for the European version, I think. There is a DLC character that is missing from the Japanese version, however. I think that's just due to licensing issues. But other than that, you're pretty much getting... No, Ayane is still part of the DLC. It's a completely different character.
Yeah, the Ikitosen.
Yeah, that is the only character they did not get the licensing rights for the localization. That could always change in the future, but at the moment they don't have the rights to that particular character. But characters like Ayane are still in the game, so for those of you that are like myself looking forward to Senran Kagura, just know that is happening.
I haven't pre-ordered. No.
Yeah, I want to pre-order it, but it's coming out at the same day as Samurai Warriors 4 Empires, so I have to
Wait, you said Samurai Warriors Empires?
4 Empires, yeah. Samurai Warriors 4 Empires. It's an expansion. And it's like literally coming out on the same day as Senran Kagura, and I'm just like,
do you need the original Samurai Warriors 4? Or no?
You don't need vanilla to play it, although I would say if you want, you should probably play vanilla or at least 4.2. The nice thing about all 3 versions of Samurai Warriors 4, though, is that if you had vanilla and you had the DLC for vanilla, it's compatible with both 4.2 and Empires, and if you had 4.2 and the DLC for that, it's compatible with Empires.
You said 4.2 has the original 4 in it?
No, I was saying that the DLC is compatible from 4 in vanilla.
Oh, okay.
For vanilla is compatible. 4 DLC is compatible with 4.2, and 4 and 4.2 DLC is compatible with Empires.
I gotcha.
So,
Also,
so yeah,
just gonna pre-order that.
yeah, so if you got, all the DLC from Vanilla, if you got the DLC from 4.2, as long as I think stage packs aren't compatible, but costumes and weapon DLC and things of that nature, that's all compatible, and soundtracks and things of that nature. Basically aesthetic stuff and, stuff that you don't really need, but it's there for shits and gigs. But anyways, we're off on that. This is something that should interest some of you, since some of you are into fighting games. Tekken 7 Fated Retribution has a new trailer. So,
Which trailer are you talking about, actually? Because you didn't have it labeled.
I think it's the introduction trailer.
Alright, cool. Yeah, Tekken 7 hype. Akuma hype.
Yes,
No,
it is
get hype.
the introduction trailer.
Yes, get hype, people.
Brandon's going to Raging his Demon.
Yep.
In some more smaller news, Rising Star Games is teasing a new JRPG. So
What the hell is Rising Star Games?
Rising Star is a developer.
I know. Who was that?
I think they published or developed Deadly Premonition.
Did they?
they might have.
Okay, I don't know what it is, so fuck it. Not Rising Star Games, but what they're promoting. I'm like, they didn't give me much details. Fuck it.
Yeah, all they're saying is that it's a new JRPG. They didn't reveal exactly what it was. So.
Yep, it is. It's Rising Star that did Deadly Premonition.
Yep. The director's cut.
Yep.
Which I still need to pick up that game, by the way.
It's weird, but you might like it.
It's good.
Yeah, I know
good
it plays like Resident Evil 4 or some shit like that, but I really want to play it because
you want to know something funny? The guy that actually made, like the guy who made the story for it, also did D4.
Really?
Dark Dreams Don't Die. Yeah, that's him.
Interesting.
Yep, that's why I got an Xbox One, so I can play it.
Nice.
But it's also for PC, so
Yep. All right. On to the next topic. Also, something Brandon might like. New Street Fighter V trailer. This is the Ken Masters trailer. We got a couple of Street Fighter stuff in this. But,
They have other introduction trailers as well.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
We'll bring those up in a little bit. This one I might want to.
Games is hating ass. Street Fighter V is hype.
Nope.
This is a topic I think we'll talk about for a little bit because some of us have played The Division here. The Division is going to have some graphical and performance options for all platforms.
Good.
That's something all games. No, this is a good thing. All games should have this.
Good. I'm just saying it's very weird to see it for console.
Yeah, it's.
I wanted this for a while. I agree with somebody else that said this. Like, I think 2 years ago, consoles should have performance options. If you want to frames by a lower graphics setting, there you go.
Yeah. With this particular article, it also does mention that the beta had some options, but the full game is going to have more options than what the beta had. So I don't think we're going to see like a 60 frames per second option, although it'd be really nice. I think it's mostly going to be catered towards graphical fidelity and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Well, they should have the option if they have the graphics settings as well. I mean, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. I would pick the 60 frames per second option.
Also, real quick, no, Last of Us had the 60 and 30 option as well, so no excuse why they can't do it.
Last of Us had that?
Yeah, on PS4, they had 60 and 30 frames option.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I did not know about that. But any other thoughts on this? As far I guess we could talk about like performance and how that could play a factor into other games, for the future, and why.
Hey, that would help out with Xbox One.
Do they?
That could help out the Xbox One,
But it just
they
depends,
can't barely
though.
get 1080p.
Yeah, it just depends, though. It's like, if you look at the comparison between Xbox One and PS4, PS4 does better, but Xbox One kind of chugs along.
Yeah.
This one guy's cute with his one comment. this one guy was saying, if console releases are not broken up already. Dude, have you seen PC?
Yeah, PC's worse. Have you looked
They
at
get
Dying?
horrible ports.
Have you looked at?
You have no room to talk.
Have you looked at Dying Light? Have you looked at Mortal Kombat X? Have you looked at Batman Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight?
Any other game?
Things happen.
A lot of those, you know, I think that, you know, if we can get some of the, and I don't mean to like downplay PC, but like if we can get like consoles, if they can get some of the options that PC can get, since we do have consoles out now that are the equivalent of a.
I would say they're about.
Of course, they're outdated now.
I would say they're about an above average PC, but not high end.
Yeah, they're not high end,
Yeah,
but
like
at the
mid-high.
time. At the time, they were, you know, when they were being announced, they were PC grade or something like that. I'm sorry, Lester, I didn't mean to talk over you. What were you saying?
Yeah, pretty much wins now. Wins PC.
Mm-hmm.
PS4.
I mean, all the consoles are just easier to use PCs, to be fair.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, they're around. They're not up to high end, but they're above an average person's gaming PC.
They're like
I would say.
on mid tier or
Yeah, they're
high
mid tier.
PCs.
Yeah, mid-tier wins.
You know, I actually remember reading somewhere that the PS4 was the cutting edge of, like, let's say, compared to an average PC, which I'm pretty sure is false. But after the next year, it got outdated quickly due to the new stuff that came out.
Yeah, that, you know what? It might have been the case for a short amount of time, but you know, given how fast, you know, like PC parts or just PC in general can get like outdated, and because of the new parts and things of that nature that come out, it might have been the case for a short amount of time. But
yeah,
you know, and yeah, so. But the point still stands, I think, that, you know, like, because of the fact that it was made to be like a, you know, an average PC, I think that we should be able to have the options to, you know, control the frame rate and things of that nature. Like, you know, I think that should be a standard from now on.
Yeah.
4K, 120 frames per second.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't think that we should have like, yeah, we should have gotten 4K as an option for something, you know, for like consoles like the PS4 and Xbox One, but at the same time, you know, it's not really that big of a deal if we don't get them. But, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's start moving on. This was something that you wanted to bring up, Brandon. The Mirror's Edge beta is coming. So
yeah, Mirror's Edge has a beta coming. It's for the single player because there's no multiplayer. I don't know why they have it in beta, but more details would be coming out soon enough. So, that's it.
According to the article, it's a closed beta as well.
Yeah, closed beta. You gotta sign up for it on the website, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, the term beta at least is like, you know, an over-glorified, like, as James would say, it's an over-glorified way of calling it a demo.
Why just release a demo, though? So what's the point of having a beta for a single-player game?
Yeah, I would.
Because they don't want their game to be broken, and people won't buy it.
I would. You know,
it's a demo, though. You gotta expect something.
You know, if they were smart, I would say that what they should do is call them, you know, even if they want to call it a beta. You know, call it a closed demo, and then release it. You know, or even if they want to still call it a beta, and then release the demo towards closer towards release. You know, or
you know what game actually did that though? Don't get triggered, but Sonic Generations did that actually. They had a limited beta 1 for I think PS Plus users, and after like couple weeks or months, they released the second demo, which came with both classic and modern Sonic stages.
Really?
Yeah.
Alrighty. In more Mirror's Edge news, there's a new trailer. I think it's for the story, correct?
You see. You might have a little talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
To anybody that's enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, sure.
Now, actually am hyped for the game though, but I will admit my hype sort of dwindled from watching this trailer. Just because the character herself is nothing like she was in the original game. And her voice actor sucks. Like, if you care to watch the trailer yourself, you can go ahead and do it right now. If you don't mind or care, I don't know what you guys want to do, but I gotta say now, I am not liking the direction for the main character so far.
That
It's
and the
quite
rumor that Anita had something to do with the game.
what happened?
The rumor that Anita possibly has something to do with the game, which is an instant no buy to me, unless that's not true.
If she is a part of it though, I may actually see it a little bit. Just judging from that trailer, I have Faith X. That's kind of concerning now.
Yeah, I would.
But she was nothing like this in the first game. Trust me. If you played it or watched cutscenes of it, she's nothing like this.
To kind of go off of what James was saying, like, the fact that EA still doesn't want to say anything about it is kind of concerning because they don't want to confirm or deny anything. And, that's kind of worrisome because that might mean that she actually was and they're not trying to say anything or they're not trying to let it out. And, that might screw over a lot of the Mirror's Edge fans and their favorite character.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, that's
that's
all I
just
got.
how I feel about it. But does anybody else have anything to say about the Mirror's Edge trailers and information?
I mean, it's not bad. It looks like it could be a good interactive movie.
Interactive.
Yeah. Yeah. They changed styles from the little comic book-ish looking style to
yeah, to like a
I guess-
realistic, quote unquote realistic look. And it's like,
yeah.
I just don't know. It looks like a David Cage movie.
Yeah, they changed the setting too. Went from a modern day looking type city to a futuristic style. Just I found kind of odd.
The art.
The art.
The art.
My cyborg dick is autistic.
Okay.
Levy's random quotes.
Yep.
Anyways, moving on.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse surpasses the 3 million units shipped.
Good. I bought the game when it was new. I'm
That
glad.
and Xenoverse 2 is already going to be a thing, so.
Good.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. I guess you call it Dragon Ball 16 because
I hope they do
Xenoverse.
it, they make the gameplay. I hope the gameplay is more like a Tenkaichi, personally. I mean, it is like Tenkaichi, but there's certain mechanics they could have fixed.
They chopped out a lot of things though. I felt like Rage and Blast was like the peak of the combat system.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dragon Ball, so I don't have any opinions on this.
Blasphemy.
Scrub.
Blasphemy.
Scrub. Crucify this man.
The fuck out of my face, dog.
I'm sorry.
Well, then again, truth be told, I wasn't a big fan of the Dragon Ball Z games. I liked the anime, I just didn't care for the games all that much. But some people said that Xenoverse was really good, so I decided to buy it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, there are like a handful of good games and a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, that's unfortunate when you see like something that you like and you get a shit ton of bad games, but a handful of good ones.
Yeah.
That's always unfortunate.
Mostly the Mario games though, ranging from the PS2 to now.
Didn't it also get an HD collection, if I'm not mistaken, Dragon Ball?
Oh, that's the Budokai.
Budokai, yeah.
The original Budokai, not
I heard it was
Budokai
that
Tenkaichi.
great.
No, they actually changed some stuff. Well, it's due to licensing issues, I think, because they had changed the music, and plus Budokai 2 wasn't in the collection, so they pretty much give you a half collection.
Did they keep the Namek theme?
I don't know.
That guitar is a beast.
So yeah, I recommend avoiding the HD collection of Budokai like a player and get the originals.
Yeah, just get the originals. I don't know if they're expensive or cheap. Let me find out
I
for
think
you.
they're cheap.
Let me find out for you real quick.
They're not rare games.
Budokai.
I'm assuming they didn't get a limited print.
Bukaki. Okay.
Budokai.
Anyway.
Yeah, they're actually really cheap now, though. Budokai is like 1 cent used. Budokai 3 is $6. Budokai 2 is 170. Yeah. So if I were you, just get the collect the originals. They're cheap.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to the next topic. Unless if somebody else had anything to say.
Nah, just get Xenoverse and the Budokai, the originals.
And get Raging Blast 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Get Raging Ass.
Shut up, Livy.
2 and 3 are good. Yeah, Xenoverse is pretty good as well. And Raging Blast 1. I don't recommend 2 just personally just because I didn't.
I actually do recommend 2 over 1 just for the gameplay. But if you want story mode, shut up, Levy.
Raging Ass Blast.
Seriously though, I do recommend 2. But if you don't want story mode, don't worry about it, and because Raging Blast 2 is better gameplay wise. Just saying. And more characters.
Okay. Lester, did you have anything else to add on to this, or are you good?
I'm good.
Alrighty. Also, this is actually something that a lot of these last few pieces of news is going to be a lot from Brandon. So
yeah, James may hop on this one as well.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda possible 2016 release.
Andromeda.
Yeah. There's also another report saying that it could come out on Q1 2017, so we don't know exactly when.
Oh, good. Something I don't care
2017
about.
seems a little bit more likely, if not late 2016. So.
I would hope so.
Wait, it was already confirmed at one point for late 2016, December. Your turtle's dead, man.
Fuck you.
Franklin!
Frying pan.
Yeah, but anyways, I was just gonna say, like, Mass Effect doesn't really interest me that much, but people are telling me to play them now. Same with the Dragon Ball games. Play this, play that.
I would say skip Mass Effect 1 because the gameplay is absolutely.
I personally don't recommend skipping Mass Effect 1
because
because you are missing out on a lot of story.
Okay, well then watch the story on YouTube, but playing it is not fun. I will say that right now.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. You'll get benefits from playing the first one. If you beat it, then you carry over to the second game, and then carry over to the third game.
Yeah,
I actually disagree, but whatever. Are you saying, Livy?
I would say I agree. It just plays a lot like fucking. Damn it! I was trying to figure out what it was. Plays a lot like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. But though, Mass Effect 2 and 3 was where is it?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole because it's from EA. So, yeah.
You know you like Dead Space.
Yeah.
Well, I really would like to play Dead Space, but like I don't want to, like even.
Don't let EA stop you from playing a game that's actually good.
Exactly.
I don't go by that logic. That's dumb.
Yeah, it really is. No offense.
No, I mean that's fine. I mean, that's just a difference of opinion that we have, and that's fine. But like, I don't know. I'm just really reluctant on picking up something from EA these days.
The thing though, not like their sports titles. There is no microtransactions.
Well, the only game
the
one game that is coming out from EA that I'm actually might consider getting is Plants vs Zombies 2, Garden Warfare 2.
I had the first one for free.
Yeah, no, that's why I got it. The first one was really good.
That's how I got mine. EA games, they got it for free.
Speaking of EA, if you guys don't mind us talking about it for a little bit before we transition.
Okay.
Yeah, like I never had a problem with their PS2 titles though. I really loved.
Both some titles are good.
From them?
Yeah, from them.
I really loved the Need for Speed games on PS2, like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and Need for Speed Underground 2 were really good in my opinion.
Alright, what else do they have though? Because the only noteworthy games I know from them is from the PS3 games and 360. Like on Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Mirror's Edge, and Dead Space. Those are the only good ones they have, in my opinion, that I know of.
Okay. like I was saying, I would recommend like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and Underground 2 on PS2. Those were a lot of fun. Especially if you can play split screen co-op on those.
Oh yeah, split screen. The good
Yeah,
old
like
days.
those are really fun. Split screen co-op, especially once you like start unlocking cars or unlocking better parts for those cars. Lots of fun. Which is I'm still baffled as to why EA doesn't try to make it an HD collection of Hot Pursuit or Underground.
I'm baffled they actually reboot a series that's based on racing.
Yeah, like how do you reboot a series that was never really story driven to begin with? I mean, granted, Underground had a story for whatever.
So did Hot Pursuit 3.
But yeah, like Need for Speed does not need a story. I just want to race. I don't care about story and whatnot. Like even in Underground 2, as much as I love that game, I don't care about the story, to be quite honest with you. I just care about the kinds of cars I can get and the parts I can, upgrade those cars with.
I miss the PS2 days so much. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't
know bullshit.
You know
All
what I
that
miss,
too, and
you know what I,
nostalgia.
you know what I miss the most? The Game Boy Advance days.
Which
Game Boy
one?
Advance had a lot of good games.
I know. Golden Sun was one of them. Final Fantasy Tactics. Advance.
Tactics. Sonic Advance games were good actually.
I fucking love the Dual Master games on Game Boy Advance.
Oh hell, you get GameCube games because I had more fun on my GameCube than any other console.
Screw you, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Speaking of the GameCube, I really, I want to get another one eventually, but I also want to get the, that like Game Boy Advance adapter.
Yeah, I remember those. Those were
Those are rare, aren't they?
I've always wanted one of those because those were like really fucking kick ass. Like,
Yeah, and you want to know the only games that they used it for? They used it for Crystal Chronicles and Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures, and I think Wind Waker too. But yeah,
what the Game Boy Advance cartridge thingy?
yeah, the adapter, yeah.
I own like because I wanted it to play like my Pokemon games on like a bigger screen and whatnot because I had
Oh, you're talking about the Game Boy player.
yeah, that one, the one that you like attach underneath your
Yeah, I have that. That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did to play some games. Well, I did whenever I did a series of it.
Because I remember Fire Red was like my first like Pokemon game, so I really wanted to play that on a bigger screen, and then because I really love the Dual Master games, especially Kaijudo Showdown, like that was the one game I really wanted to play with a bigger screen. Of course, I can emulate it now, so it's not really a big deal, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's get back to some news since that was our like little intermission with that. Street Fighter V has 6 modes on launch, so anybody looking forward to Street Fighter V?
Also, story mode will be patched in June. Was it not in January? June.
I'm sorry.
So,
what was that, Lester?
I said it looks good. I might get it.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else have any opinions on Street Fighter V and its modes?
That's good.
No.
Unless you want us to name them off.
Actually, what are they?
I need to get the article up.
Yeah, well, so I'll let you do that, and then this next thing, once we're done listing off all the modes, that I do kind of want to have a discussion about that and Capcom's treatment with Nintendo.
What tree? Oh.
We'll talk about that in a second once Brandon pulls up all the game modes for Street Fighter V.
Give me 1 second. I need to load the trailer because someone doesn't have it listed.
Well, we
The
do have a
article.
trailer down there too.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Hold on.
Brandon, are you sure? Because I have it listed for number 38.
No, not you. I'm talking about the guy in the article. Dad was writing it down.
Oh, it's under number 38. Yeah, there's also a trailer for the game modes.
I know.
If you guys are looking forward to that as well, be sure to check out that trailer.
Oh wait, here's some breaking news. Here, Don, I'll just link this to you and you read it off.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that before you. Are you linking it in this chat?
Yeah. There. It's showing. There you go. Here, yeah, look at it.
Fire Emblem Fates reveals the details behind the removal of touching minigame. Fucking Nintendo. You let me molest my Pokemon, but you won't let me pet some fucking anime chick. Okay.
You wanna know? Hey, you wanna know something really stupid too? Bayonetta. They didn't censor Bayonetta. They didn't censor Sinner and Conqueror 2, Deep Crimson, but they're gonna censor a T-rated game.
That's the
like I
thing,
said,
though.
the
It
people
dresses
who
for
are-
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta,
would kill him.
Bayonetta and Sinner and Conqueror were M-rated games. They didn't censor those, but a teen-rated game they're censoring. What the hell?
Yeah, if you try to censor it, Kamiya would kill them. Just saying.
Kamiya kill?
Kamiya would go into full DT and just rip them to shreds.
Oh, he go into Kamiya time and just go wrecking scrubs.
Kamiya time.
They'll just get stamp it for
He's gonna block Nintendo.
He would do that. I wouldn't be surprised. He's that much of a dickhead.
I mean, he's mouthed off Microsoft before, so I wouldn't be surprised if he started some shit with Nintendo.
He probably will.
Yep. Anyways, did you get the modes, Brandon?
I have the
No,
modes
the
already.
videos.
Already have the modes already. What they
Oh,
have.
you do?
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Listen off.
There's tutorial mode,
Okay.
story mode for each character.
Right. Hey,
Uh,
you don't have to pause. You can just keep
no, I
going.
was just saying they also have survival mode, training mode, network battle, which is online mode, and CFN, which is Capcom's Fighters Network.
Which would be interesting, though. I need to see that. We're looking more into that one.
Is that like, what is that in particular? Is that supposed to be like for tournaments, or what is that?
It just connects players to one another, see who's online, and watch the battles. It's basically spectator mode.
Oh,
And search for specific players with rival search. Oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious.
And or I'll hunt Dom down and beat him up.
Oh, also you
Oh,
can
I
actually
thought you were
keep your
gonna
opponent's
download
battle
yours, bro.
stats at the tips of your fingers. So basically, you can keep track of your opponents, like your friends and all that,
Yep.
Interesting.
and view replays to discover new strategies and ways to fight. So yeah, that's Street Fighter V.
Alrighty. This I do want to sit down and talk about. This is going to be like the last bigger thing that we're going to talk about for tonight's podcast. Resident Evil 4 is coming to the Wii U, but it's not the HD version.
Yeah, that.
You know, that doesn't
Not
necessarily bother me. At the same time, it's kind of weird.
It kind of does.
Capcom could have just made a HD Wii U version, like take the Wii version and HDL and voila.
Well, I'm just saying like a Wii U version, and you can have 2 ways to play or 3 ways to play it. You can either use a Pro controller, you can use the Wiimote nunchuck controller like the original 8 Wii one, or you can use the tablet.
Exactly.
But no, I don't know who's at fault here, Nintendo or Capcom.
I would say it's Capcom because
Or both.
no, I would say it's Capcom because the reason being is that we've seen as of late that Capcom isn't really releasing anything on the Wii U. You know, both Resident Evil Remake HD and Resident Evil 0 both originally on the Nintendo GameCube, not getting a re-release for that particular platform. Even if they just only re-released Resident Evil HD, I feel like that would have been, you know, better than not getting both Remake and 0 ported over to the Wii U. You know, we also have Revelations 2 didn't come to either 3DS or the Wii U. The Mega Man Legacy Collection exclusive to 3DS.
It was also exclusive to PS4 and Xbox
You're talking
One.
about
Well,
Nintendo
yeah, I'm
Oh,
talking.
you're talking about
strictly
Nintendo.
Capcom
Okay,
and
okay.
Nintendo, yeah. I think
Never mind.
some of the Monster Hunter games aren't even getting localized, and some of them have been on the Wii U.
And 3DS.
Yeah,
Only
some of
one
them-
been on Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there's Monster Hunter Tri, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and also Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. 2 of them for the 3DS, one for the Wii, and one for the Wii U.
I thought Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. That's the only one that's on the Wii U.
Oh no! Oh yeah, only one that's on the Wii U, and also 3DS too.
But wasn't 4 also on the Wii U, but it's in Japan?
No.
It was only on
only
3DS.
Only 3DS? Okay. But, it's like, it feels like, as far as, like, their localization goes and whatnot, either they don't localize a game and it's on the Wii U, they don't want to give it to the North American players and Western players, or they're not releasing the up-to-date version, like in Resident Evil 4's case, where there's an HD version out, and like Capcom could really be like, okay, well, here you can get Resident Evil 4, and you can get Code Veronica, the revival selection, and you can get it physically, which would be exclusive to this particular platform here in this country or here in the West, meaning that if anybody really wanted it physically, now you can get it without having to import it.
Now, with Monster Hunters 4, that is an updated version from the one in Japan.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, phone ringing. Be right back.
All right. But yeah, I feel like that's just a slap in the face to a lot of people who own a Wii U, like they should be getting the HD version. Does anybody else have any thoughts on this, like James or Lester?
Other than just Capcom being lazy, not too much.
Yeah. This would be
The only way.
Hold on, let Lester speak.
This would be the HD edition since it's the Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Wii.
The only way James will ever forgive Capcom is if they make Devil May Cry 5.
What do you mean if? It's just
Okay,
a matter of when.
It's
What are you
when.
guys talking about now?
We're still talking about Resident Evil 4 on
And how
Wii U.
stupid Capcom is.
That shit is
No,
factually.
I'm not blaming Capcom for the release of Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. Well, I'm blaming Nintendo because they probably went out of the way to get the license for it. Why Capcom just said yes, why not? Here, take it, don't care. Now, if I was Nintendo though, I will go to Capcom. I will put on my nice suit, get my big glasses, and say, can we make a deal about bringing some Resident Evil titles over? I'm 100% sure that the Wii U can handle Revelations 2. It
I
handled
don't know if
Revelations
I
1.
can handle RE5 either.
It
Or
probably
if I-
can
it
if it
can.
was the PS3, if it was the PS3
Can it?
versions. Yeah.
Yeah, it can. It's stronger than the PS3 and 360. So yeah,
Yeah,
it can.
if they ported over the PS3 or 360 versions of those games to the Wii U, I don't think it'd be an issue. Like, Revelations 2 was released on the PS3 and 360, so it's not like they can't,
Yeah, they had no
make a
excuse.
version. Same thing, like with RE Remake and RE0, the HD ports for those games. It's not like those games can't be ported over to the Wii U because there is a physical version of the PS3, or the PS3 versions of those games, physically.
And it's released on PS3.
Yeah, PS3 and 360, and a physical version exists in Japan, so it's not like they can't do a physical version for it.
Not only, crap, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
But yeah, that game, and then also like Resident Evil 5 and 6, if they wanted to port those over, they can. They're just choosing not
Oh
to.
yeah, I remember now. The only weak point for the Wii U is the GPU is or CPU is not as good as the other platforms, including the last gen. That's the only downfall they have. So that could be potentially why some games may come, like for example, Metroid Last Light, that didn't come over to the Wii because of how bad the CPU is.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Capcom, apparently they have a release date for the Ryu amiibo.
Alrighty.
Nice. But sure.
I already did.
But yeah. Anyways, in our last few bits of news, Killer Instinct introduces a returning character apparently and some new characters. So
yeah, Kim Woo, to anybody that played Killer Instinct 2, Kim Woo is returning. And there's an Arbiter tease. Or potentially any Halo character, but I'm pretty sure it's Arbiter.
It is the Arbiter.
It is the Arbiter.
Pulling the guest character.
And then Tekken 7, another trailer for it, but this is the arcade trailer for it, so that's being shown off. And then in our last bit of news, Dead or Alive Extreme 3 shows off Marie Rose, so and various other characters.
Get your loot.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm kind of curious to see what owner mode is. Do you own the girl?
I know, right? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. It's like a
Bitch
hookup
taking
mode or
you on
something.
a world
It's
tour.
a harem. It is done. They made a harem game for me.
Good, I can pick out all the waifus I want and then rule the world.
Pretty much. The booty overlord will be supreme.
I just need Honoka and I am good. No, Honoka and Neo Tengu. There
You
you
need Hanukkah, and better need Kwanzaa too.
Yeah, he needs a lolly in his life.
go. She's not a lolly. Marie Rose is a lolly.
She's a lolly too, but she has big boobs. That's a
I'm trying
difference.
to take this
Fuck
into
you,
funny
Brandon.
territory. Let's stop before it becomes that. Funny's gonna kill me when he sees this.
You probably will.
But so yeah, I mean that was the various amounts of news that we had. You know, got to talk about various topics, some bigger news, mostly smaller stuff this week. But you know, um, hopefully you all enjoyed tonight's podcast. So before we end this, I would like to let everybody, um, you know, tell you all where you can follow them and let them reintroduce themselves if you don't know who they are or forgot who they are. So,
I'm depressed.
Levy, why don't you tell everybody where we can find you?
Okay. If you guys are ever interested,
I knew you were gonna do this shit.
you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, browsers, whichever works. But yeah, you can find me on any social media and YouTube. I need to go back to making videos because I was sick for a while.
Well, what's your handle on those various different platforms, sir?
All of them are Levity Oshman, but except for browsers, that's Booty Overlord.
Video for the
But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Alrighty. So Lester, where can we find you, good sir?
Thanks for having me again, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on.
You can find me on Twitter at West Senior. You can find me on YouTube at Poison Watts or Knuckle or Your Poison. Again.
Yep. And then James, where can we find you, good sir?
You can find me on Twitter at DevHunterJames. And you can also find me hanging out with Renegade a lot. There you go.
Don't want to throw on your Twitch there, sir?
I don't feel like I stream enough to advertise it. Not
Yeah,
yet.
this is a hero, James. It's a hero, James.
All
There,
right,
I did it
fine.
for you.
Brandon giving me the promotion. Thank you. I owe you. I owe you $5.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and then Brandon, where can we find you, good sir?
You can find me on Twitter at DespairMagic514. You can find me over at TCP.
You sound so depressed.
You know, I'm depressed.
You can find him at Low Brandon God.
Yes. You find me at low tier. Annoying! Okay, but
People are going to
seriously,
be
you can
looking
find me on Twitter.
not being able to find you, but where can we really find you?
Yeah, you can
Arcane
find me on
Magic
Twitter
514.
at Thank you, James. Now I owe you $5. And you can catch me and everyone else here besides Dom because he's casual over at TCP
You can.
podcast.
Okay, to be fair, you can see me on the episodic discussion. 'Cause I'm
Yeah, we need
usually
to plug
on
that
those.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to plug that too.
which, by the way, you guys should check out the episodic discussions. You know, we've had several different discussions, including stuff like Devil May Cry and Onimusha, and we have one. There's another one coming up fairly soon about Mega Man and Mega Man X in particular. We also have Silent Hill and Resident Evil 2 remake coming up fairly soon, so
Yeah.
look forward to those. But yeah, we'll definitely try to bring those up more often. And as far as where you guys can find me on, well, of course, YouTube under BioDevil as well as Twitter. You can also find me on Twitter and on AskFM. You can find me on BioDevil On Twitch, you can find me on Dom241996. So you can follow me on all those various different locations or different platforms and keep up to date with me
Oh,
there. But anyways, I'd like to thank all of our co-hosts all of the co-hosts that came to join us for tonight's podcast, especially Levy and Lester, which Levy might end up becoming a regular here. And I hope to
Nice.
see you all in the next podcast. So see you guys.
Go Panthers.
thanks for joining.